What's up everyone, and welcome back to Top 5 Central. Today we're going to be going over the top 10 Pokemon Go legendaries that are coming soon. We'd like to know that all legendaries on this list come from either Generation 2 or Generation 3. Either way, if you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe down below so you never miss another top 5 video on our channel. As well, thank you guys so much for helping us reach over 13,000 likes on the top 10 regular Pokemon coming to Pokemon Go. Let's see if we can try to smash 5,000 likes this time. With that said, let's get right into the video. Number 10, Raikou. We're starting this list off with the Lord of Thunder himself, Raikou. Raikou is one of the legendary beasts of Johto and first showed up in the second generation of Pokemon games. Raikou's design is based off a saber-toothed tiger with big teeth sticking out of its mouth and a bunch of other really cool features. It has these really cool thunder clouds that rest on its back, which allow it to shoot bolts of lightning at will. It's the lowest on our legendary list because of its lackluster HP. Of all the legendary beasts, Raikou will likely be the weakest in Pokemon Go, but it still has an insanely cool design. Number 9, Regice. So I've heard people call it Regice. I grew up calling it Regice, so that's exactly what I'm gonna call it, but I'm probably wrong, so don't make fun of me. Either way, Regice is one of the Reggie trio introduced in Generation 3. The Pokemon was supposedly formed long ago in the heart of an ice age where the chill temperatures dipped down to below minus 328 degrees Fahrenheit. Its design is typical of the Reggie Titans. It's like a series of glowing eyes on its front with rocky crystal outcrops poking from the creature's back. The only reason the Iceberg Pokemon is down so low on our list is its typing. Ice types aren't the best when it comes to offense or defense. And in a game like Pokemon Go where gyms rely on both of those things, it'll probably be really hard to see Regice shine. Number 8, Regirock. Another of the Reggie trio to make our list is Regirock. Regirock is a huge hulking giant made of, well, obviously rocks. So this guy is the middle of the road Reggie, not the best, but not exactly as bad as Regice either. It has long, bulky arms and short, stumpy legs. It also has a spine of spiky rocks trailing down its back. The strangest thing about Regirock is the fact that it has no heart or brain, so God knows how it manages to think or even live. Regirock has the same problem as its icy cousin. The rock type won't lend well to the combat of Pokemon Go, and that's why it's making number 8. Number 7, Reggie Steele. The last of the Reggie trio, Reggie Steele, has made our list as well. Reggie Steele is the sleekest of the 3 Reggie Titans. Its metal body is smooth and has no protrusions, unlike Regice. It's said in the Pokédex that the Pokemon was so powerful that it was sealed away in ancient times so that no one would get hurt if it decided to go on a rampage. Although it's a Steel-type Pokemon, its metal body is said to be harder than any metal on Earth, leading many to believe that it may be an alien Pokemon. Getting back to more Pokemon Go related things, its typing is once again its downfall. Steel types just aren't very good in Pokemon Go. The only reason Reggie Steele trumps its Ice-type cousin Regice and its Rock-type cousin Regirock is because it's immune to Poison-type moves. Number 6, Suicune. The second legendary beast of Generation 2 to make our list is Suicune. Suicune is a slim blue Pokemon with a thick purple mane and 2 white tails that whip around its body. It's said to travel the world on a quest for dirty water that can purify with its mystical powers. In the main game, Suicune is like a bulky beast of a Pokemon that can be tricky to deal with if it isn't taken out quickly enough. We're presuming that when Generation 2 legendaries are released in Pokemon Go, the water beast will take up a similar role to Vaporeon or Lapras, dominating gyms with its defensive strength. Number 5, Ho-Oh. On the subject of legendary beasts, our next legend on this list is Ho-Oh. Based on the legend of the Phoenix, Ho-Oh was actually the Pokemon that gave life to the legendary beasts after they were killed in a fire. Those who witness Ho-Oh are said to have been promised eternal happiness. The Pokemon is also said to be traveling the world in search of a trainer with a pure heart. Once again, we would love to place Ho-Oh higher up on this list, but its typing lets it down. Fire and flying combined make Ho a pretty risky pick to leave in a gym due to the amount of weaknesses the combined types end up having, and that's why it takes number 5. Number 4, Groudon. Groudon is the first of the legendary weather trio from Generation 3 to make our list. Groudon is an extremely huge dinosaur beast that is covered in red plates of thick armor like skin. It has an intimidating pair of claws and massive blades on the end of its tail. Groudon is so strong that it can actually cause volcanic eruptions just by walking around. Groudon's main issue comes from water-type Pokemon as it's a fire and ground type, but its huge bulk should allow it to throw off enough attacks to dish out enough damage on its own. Number 3, Kyogre. Another of the legendary weather trio from Gen 3 is Kyogre, and it's third on our list. Kyogre is a giant whale-like Pokemon that's said to have been locked in a battle with Groudon for hundreds of years. It has red stripes all along its body that glow with energy when it's powering up. It's also said to have expanded the seas by a large margin purely by taking a swim. Although it's a water type in the main series of the game and the anime series, Kyogre is shown to be able to fly. As a water type, it really only has to worry about electric and grass type moves, meaning Kyogre might just take the top spot as the best tank Pokemon in Pokemon Go when it's eventually released. Number 2, Deoxys. Deoxys first popped up in Pokemon Emerald, the third game of Generation 3. It's an alien-like Pokemon that has 4 different forms, one to focus on each stat. That's defense, speed, attack, and a balance form. The constant across all 4 of the forms is its coloring and crystalline organ in the center of its chest. We're not exactly sure how the different forms will work in Pokemon Go. They may change like mid-battle, you may have to select what form you want before a battle, or you may even have to catch them all one by one. Either way, what we know is that this Pokemon is extremely versatile and can pack a real punch when it wants to. Number 1, Rayquaza. What's the one thing that could trump the alien Deoxys on this list? Obviously, it's the Pokemon that beat the crap out of it in the anime and games, of course, Rayquaza. This dragon legendary is the final Pokemon of the Weather Trio and has been a fan favorite since Generation 3 came out. It has a long serpentine body and red-tipped wings on its shoulders. It has 2 limbs that end in claws and a long flat horn on its head. Rayquaza doesn't have the best defensive stats in the game, but when it comes down to taking gyms, this dragon flying type beast will be the king. It's my personal favorite Pokemon from Generation 3, so I had to put it number 1 on this list. And that's our list of the top 10 legendary Pokemon coming to Pokemon Go. We're not sure when the next generations of Pokemon are going to be added to Pokemon Go, and even less sure about when the legendaries will be added. But you could bet that when they do, we'll be covering it with plenty of videos. Either way, if you have an idea for a future top 5, make sure to check out the form in the description so you can submit it. Also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so you never miss one of our videos. Either way, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.